listening to the Woken Up Woken Podcast. Woken Up Friends. Welcome to the show. If you don't like it, don't woke yourself. Yeah. So
Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you.
we got Joe D and Rose C, and I am Evan Price, and we are here. And so first question of the day, Ro, are you inebriated? A little? A little bit. A little bit. So we sent out an invite to my sister, Yelly Bear, Danielle, for the layman's terms. But yes, she was on the show with us for like 3 months. That was hilarious. But yeah, so yesterday we had sent out an email or message thread, and I was like, Yelly Bear wants to. She's got some rebuttal from last week's show, and she wants to join and talk about it. And bro was like, "Who?" I'm like, "Yelly Bear. She was on the show for 3 months." And he's like, "Who?
Sister?"
Huh? Question mark. It's like my sister Danielle. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know her name was Yelly." I'm like, "Well, it was an Instagram show. That was her Instagram name,
her handle."
And Joe was like, "She has Instagram." So yeah, big long story short, After Hours with Ro is a blur. I guess that's the past for us.
Mm-hmm. It's in the rear view now.
My brother came yesterday up. He's up here from Florida, and he was asking about the show. He was like, "Yeah, everyone keeps talking about the show After Hours with Ro, and you guys do skits." And so my brother's not on Instagram, so he's like, "All right." So he went and looked for it. And he found it, and then he said, "He's like, I turned it off." He's like, "It's just some guy standing there saying, I'm waiting for the room to fill up." So I don't know if he thought it was live or something, and he was like caught out there. Like, "Oh my god, I'm not supposed to be here," and he backed out or whatever. So needless to say, he didn't get to see the show, but I put him on. I said, go check it out. I said,
waiting for as usual, waiting for the room to fill up.
There was some comedy gold in there.
There's some comedy gold.
So what's up, guys? How you been? How's everybody been lately?
I'm good. I'm worried about Ro. Ro's got a birthday coming up tomorrow. We're recording the day before Ro's birthday and Joe's anniversary.
What is that? The big 4? What? 3? 4?
43. Yeah, really? We're fucking documenting that shit? All right.
I mean, just listen. Hey, black don't crack, man. You look good for your age.
Right.
You know what sucks though? Is I'm running up the New York City stairs, get on the path, and I'm like, oh shit, my birthday's gonna be Monday. And I thought about my life and how everything is impacted before COVID. And then I was like, all I could think about was fucking Joe got married on my birthday.
Stole your thunder. Your birthday is nothing now.
I stole your thunder.
I was like, so do I wish
you mean your birthday happened to
you?
be on my wedding day?
Yeah.
Your birthday is shite.
Do I wish love upon thee? Or like, oh, I hope they don't make it out.
Misery loves company.
We're gonna get divorced, Joe. I got my birthday back.
Fuck your marriage.
I'm like, she's awesome, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, but it's my birthday.
Quick divorce and then get remarried. Pick a different day.
I'm never gonna find you somebody better, but I'll be happy.
That would be the breakup speech.
That's what I would say. But look, I'm never gonna find anyone like her in a million years. But it's Roger's birthday.
Exactly.
Conflict of interest.
Oh.
Although, on a side note, though, they congratulations my brother for what are we 9:52? You're at 6:52, so 24-hour time difference. No, sorry, 3 hour time.
I was like, whoa,
Yes.
wait, where's
Yo,
where's
I
Roger
apologize.
at?
yesterday.
I apologize.
We're coming to you live from the future.
Hello.
The future.
But
Oh, shit.
my birthday tomorrow, his wedding anniversary in a couple hours. So I want to thank Joe personally, him and his wife, for oh my God, they were the best. That was one of my favorite top weddings, top 5. I won't say the order,
Thank
but
you.
top 5 weddings. And on top of being top 5 weddings, they got me a fucking birthday cake on my birthday on their wedding
to.
day, and that was
Had
like
to.
amazing.
No, I had to.
And
I mean,
so
And
shout out
you
to them.
didn't expect that. I know you didn't expect
No.
that.
No.
That was
well,
awesome.
I mean, that was the least we could do. All of you guys, everybody. I mean, it was an impromptu wedding, and everyone dropped whatever plans they had and came out, and believe me, we
Minus
appreciate
Sean.
it.
Sean did not
Minus
come
Sean,
out.
but
Sean did not come out.
Sean was there in heart and spirit. He means well. He always means
He
well,
did
but
that box is for him for blank because he didn't come out. Fuck his couch. Fuck Sean's couch.
Oh man, but yeah, it's been a year, man. It's crazy. We were just over
But
there,
isn't it
Pacifica
crazy?
today.
Pacifica.
Beautiful.
We-
Love it. That's where I
yeah.
want to retire. If California's still there when it's time to retire.
No,
I
it's
don't
gone.
know.
Taco Bell, that's all gonna be gone. It's all gonna be gone.
Taco Bell's still there. It's hanging on. It was
But-
bad
but-
today though. It was
Taco Bell Cantina. I think we should tell the listeners about the Taco Bell Cantina experience. If you haven't yet to experience Taco Bell Cantina, I mean, I implore you, something you should do. I don't think it'll ever be like ours, right? I don't think it'll be as great as our experience, but because we literally had a bus full of young white hippies.
Oh,
show up
that
and
70s
start
show
partying.
bus. I
The
forgot
fact that they were on
about
a
that.
bus, I was like, oh wait, they did come by bus.
Dude, there was a DJ. Let's start with that.
DJ.
It was a DJ who's killing it and taking requests. He played a good
Yeah, so
15-minute
the Taco
Wu-Tang
Bell-
set.
Yeah, the Taco Bell Cantina experience. If you don't know, the cantinas, they're starting to pop up, but they serve alcohol or beer as well as the regular Taco Bell menu.
Mhm.
So, I mean, what's better than that? But then this one had a DJ, and the Taco Bell in Pacifica is probably the best Taco Bell in the world because it's literally on the beach to the Pacific Ocean. It has a
Mhm.
walk-up window for surfers. So Pacifica Beach is a big surfing beach, and the surfers
Yeah.
can get out the water and walk right up to a walk-up window and order tacos. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, this one had a DJ, and it was lit. There's video out there too, but it was
Yeah.
lit. And so we had tacos and beer and a DJ. He did request. We told him we were from Staten Island, and he played some Wu-Tang for us.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah. And he played good Wu-Tang. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like,
I was like, wow,
Yeah,
that's
he had
aggressive. That's
he
aggressive.
had a library. I was worried. I thought he
Yeah.
might have just played like the Mariah Old Dirty.
and
That
ODB,
was it.
yeah, exactly.
No, I get more nervous when we request Wu-Tang and someone goes like hood, because especially when you're the only brother in the party. You guys haven't experienced that. You can blend in, but like nothing worse than like the only brother in the party, and then it's like, oh, we're going.
Yeah,
I'm
like
like,
everyone-
really?
everyone's looking at you.
Yep.
Everyone's
that's
looking
what
at you.
requested.
We know who played. We know who
Mhm.
requested that.
and meanwhile it wasn't. It was probably like
Yeah.
the whitest
Yeah,
guy
the
there.
whitest guy.
Yeah. Bro, I love this song. It's so good. So good, bro. Love it, bro.
Shame on a ninja.
Yeah, I was just about to. I don't know what was the cover of that System of a Down.
Yeah, the shame on a.
They got a pass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Armenians. They're Armenians, so they were almost wiped out. So I think they get a pass. They want to use the N word. I mean, I don't know. I can't authorize that, but
I don't know if I agree with that, but sure. I'm saying
that's what I mean.
I
It's not.
still
It's not.
wouldn't feel
not up-
comfortable.
Staten Island Armenians. Let's let's preface it. Staten Islandinians, and you're not beating a brother up, and you're just like talking about some stuff, and the brothers in the
No, I
vicinity.
mean like Armenians
Boom.
from Armenia
Oh, yeah,
who
that
they
whole
want
Yeah.
to wipe
genocide
off the
thing.
earth. Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you, but with some thing purposes. That's all. I'm agreeing with you. But
I
they
wouldn't
just say
risk
that.
it. Even when
Alright,
Fat Joe was
alright.
saying it, I still wouldn't say it.
Yeah. Fat
Really?
Joe's kind of pale.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Wow. All right.
It's better to be safe than sorry. I mean, because I get everything. I don't always get, in New York, you get Puerto Rican like most 95% of the time. But here, I get Mexican, Middle Eastern, you name it. So I can't, I can't
But-
assume
Are you Puerto
somebody.
Rican?
I am Puerto Rican, but I'm saying what people think I am, like depends on where I am. If I'm in
But
New
you're
York,
Puerto Rican.
yes, I am Puerto Rican. 100,
From the waist
100%.
down or the waist up?
From both.
from the toes up.
Except right in the middle.
And what's that? Armenian?
He's
Is
black.
that Armenian?
Armenian.
Other.
He's Jewish. But all right, so that's a good topic to start off with because
What's that? 23andMe?
No, because I was thinking about this the other day is regarding the N-word. I don't want to go too much into
Wow,
it.
wait, hold on, time out. You literally took that conversation.
No, let me explain. I was thinking of topics for for podcasts. Like
go for it.
Maybe
Let's see how
I don't want
this
to go
works
too
out.
much into the N-word because
Yeah.
But so my question was, do Dominicans get a pass? Because I don't know if you live here.
No.
The Dominicans use the N-word like you would use
it like it's fucking flour. Like they're fucking
Yeah.
making a pastry. It's fucking
Like-
flour. But I will
like-
call a Dominican out in a second. Fuck your couch. Fuck your Dominican life. Fuck you. Fuck you. Maybe fuck your mother. Fuck your other brother. Fuck your sister. Fuck your mother. Call your sister. Tell them to holler at me. Fuck them all. Sorry. I'm done.
So there you have it,
Fuck
folks.
Tell them how you really feel, Roger.
I would. You know what pisses me off? Let me tell you something. You know what really pisses me off?
What really grinds your gears?
Yeah.
Is the
Tell us.
motherfuckers. Again, you know me. I don't use the N-word. You know me all my life. You speak
Never
on it.
have, really. I can't think of one time
True.
that you did use it.
That's true.
Exactly.
Unless
I
you
will
were
say-
quoting something,
Yeah. Still, I still use the N-word. I may say my ninja.
Mm-hmm.
I've allowed my white friends to say my ninja in a group text. But
That's
you don't understand.
risky, but we'll get into that in a second. But
No,
that is always risky.
that's
Because
what drives me insane is when Asians or Puerto Ricans, Dominicans use the N-word as if they would go like this. I struggle with that. That's the toughest part of me. So what I say is, I appreciate you acknowledging who we are, and I appreciate you acknowledging the culture. But don't use it in front of me. We're good. And so that can go in so many ways. I've done it so many times. And so it's up, and then have fun with that.
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's that's a toughie. Because I don't know. I don't think anybody gets a pass, honestly. Aside from
Joe, you rocking my ninjas? You rocking my ninjas all day?
no, I don't even say that. I feel like that's too close for comfort. That's
No, I'm saying you're saying the N word, but I'm just using that safe word. That's the word I'm using as a safe word. But are you rocking when the beat is hot and you're rapping old school? Remember a couple of episodes ago?
Yeah.
You were like, "Yo, I was a rapper, poet." Like, did my ninjas come out, or were you like,
"Oh no,
I respect my ninjas"?
Yeah, I never. You can listen to all of our old songs, and I think we enjoyed coming up with different ways of saying stuff as it was because our stuff was already off the rails. But no, I never even got close to playing with that.
Why not?
Honestly, like for me, I was like, I don't think I could ever really become a rapper because I can't use that word.
Yeah.
Like, Like honestly,
not for nothing. The N-word was like the least of our problems. There was so many other words.
there was a few
should not
C
have
words
been
we
used.
couldn't use. Like
Yeah.
so
Sure.
yeah, we had enough problems. But nah, never had the urge to use it. Never.
You feel it
Yeah.
hampered your career?
No, I
Of how you
feel
could have
like
been?
I hampered my career,
I-
being honest.
It was the actual rapping part that
Yeah.
stumped me.
I
Yeah.
missed out on like I said I go to San Francisco and I do what I want to do, and I just said I wouldn't be a rapper anymore. All right, cool.
No,
Right.
you get older, your perspective on things change, and like the older I get, I realize I don't want to be on stage. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I like the behind the scenes things, the producing,
Really?
writing, editing. Yeah, that's what I get enjoyment in.
Well, the more money is behind the scenes.
Yeah, but it's still fun doing like when we do our thing. I don't mind doing it like say to help you out. Like, all right, hey, I want to do the show. Let's do skits. All right, I'll do it. Or for us, we didn't have any artists, so we just did our own songs. So I can practice editing and learning how to engineer and do all that stuff. So that kind of comes naturally with it. But I have more fun doing the putting it together stuff, taking the raw footage and making it sound or look better.
How about you, Evan?
Ditto. Look, there is a catalog of music out there. Joe knows there is a catalog of music out there. It's actually right here next to me, but it has been recorded and documented, and it's coming. But it's what Joe's like. We did it, but there was no way. At least me and Joe and I, in our perspective, we were never doing it seriously as far as trying to be. At least I was, I didn't want to be a rapper. I didn't want to be the next Eminem or anything, but I did like the process of making songs and building and doing that. So we would do it, and we got good at it. And so there was only one way that we could actually ever put this catalog of music out, and we're actually still working on it now. Me and Joe actually talked about it this weekend, but it would have to be in some kind of theatrical performance, either a movie, a series, or
hear me out. I've been watching. I had a Hamilton friend date. I was like, I had to find somebody to watch Hamilton with. I fucking watched Hamilton with somebody. Finally did. I love Hamilton. Have you not seen Hamilton yet?
I've seen
saw
it
it live.
And so I thought anybody who is like me late to the game, but I thought about, oh my God, how many rappers could do that part, whatever. But maybe, and here's where I'm going way outside the box, is what if we did whatever just like you're talking about, Evan, the hip hop version of that, but a Hamilton version, and that's we open
Hamilton
up
version of Hamilton. What?
Or a Hamilton version of our stuff.
It's a Hamilton version of hip hop or our thoughts. All right, that's fucking great. All right.
Let's see.
No, bro.
No, say it again. Say it again.
Okay. Hamilton is taking hip hop music and doing the Hamilton,
right,
but no one's done it the reverse way. What if we did our own base story of the history of hip hop, but in Hamilton
in the theatrical
timepiece
type deal?
That's
I got what you're saying.
Boom, boom.
Like,
I'm just saying they ain't
so
ready for it.
Hamilton
my
in
brain
reverse.
Thinks. In reverse, no, but it's like double reverse. It's double reverse.
So
because not only you're doing the music, but now you got to change. Like all they have to do is they keep the clothes on, they put Tim's on. That's it.
So it takes place in New York, is what you're saying.
The colonies, bro. The colonies.
Oh, I haven't with Tim's.
I'm good. Can I say something? And from my perspective, from what I saw of Hamilton and all that, and maybe it's me, but I was not impressed. I don't know why. I thought it was like not even mediocre. It's like someone else trying to do hip hop it's like hip hop for white. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Hip hop for white people for a different audience, and I think that's why it was so well received, because they were like, oh wow, this has never been happened before. It's Broadway, but they're rapping. Wow, this is great. And not the greatest of like the songs are not. I don't know. I just
again. I was with you as I watched this Raw for the first time, and people like they said, oh blah 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 blah. Oh, you gotta listen to the soundtrack first. So I went in there just watching the movie first, and so I agree with you. But what's his name?
Lin-Manuel.
Lin Miranda.
So let's just talk about this. We can argue just that one part. Let's talk about who would you replace him. I argue with a friend of mine. I said you can have Drake do that part, and it would change the whole thing.
Yeah, but the thing is,
get at me. Who would you get for his part? Just say one. Who would you
nobody,
put for that part?
It's his, because he
yeah,
wrote the whole thing.
No.
All the songs.
His pitch isn't there. Come on, Ev, you're better than that. His pitch isn't there. Give me the person.
That's his. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, wait.
Exactly.
Are you guys you watched the one on Disney Plus? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it's already a little different, because when you see it live, it's a different experience, for one, because you're watching actual people perform. And so from that aspect, they were fucking amazing. Regardless, if I feel the same way about what Ev was saying about the kind of
right, like, and I get what you're saying, because it's a Broadway performance, and that in itself,
I will replace everybody right now. Let me go up the dome. I replace people right now. Where you going at?
But
who you replacing?
The one thing I did appreciate before we get into what you're saying, Ro, so Black Thought he helped on making this whole thing, which I appreciated. So that was the other thing that had me interested. And the cast I saw wasn't the original cast, and the guy that was playing Hamilton, you close your eyes, he sounded like Black Thought. His flow and everything, you can hear it. So that was the only thing that had me. I'm like, damn, all right, he's kind of good, like as far as his delivery and everything. But still, the whole thing overall is kind of hacky, I guess, entertaining. But if we're talking about
I'm not hating on it, and I appreciate the idea and all that. I just think, because I know that's basically that's Manuel Lin Miranda, whatever his name is. That's not really his wheelhouse. I'm guessing he is more of a Broadway guy. So, what if someone like you're saying, if Drake was to do something like that, it would be his own, and Drake would do it to his style and write his own thing. And that's what I'm saying. Why wasn't, maybe some up and coming real rapper, someone who does it, full time, and then put in that, kind of have that kind of forum.
Because I'm not going to sign a contract to do anything like that. That's like, I am a rapper. I'm not going to do that. So my only point is, if we can live outside the box, right, and just fucking say, for one, iconic, who would you put in those positions? I want to do that on a show one day, and we talk about a serious conversation about, hey, if you can Hamilton done all over again, your top MC, female,
because now it becomes, and look, because it becomes hokey. Think about Channel 7, owned by ABC. It's owned by Disney, right? When they put these live performances of Disney shows or whatever, like, I could see them doing something like that, and it's ABC's Hamilton with Drake, and then just doing a whole bunch of, all the.
So basically, you're saying you don't like Drake. You don't like Drake. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I think what it comes down to, if you're talking about a theatrical performance where they're rapping, what would you rather have, a rapper or a thespian? Either way, one side I think is going to suffer unless you find somebody who's amazing at both.
But Drake is a thespian, because everybody forgets he was an actor.
No, he is.
I think that's a good choice. No, I think Drake is a good choice, but
that's what I'm saying.
Who you back him up with?
But it changes the whole. Again, I can go all day with this, but I'm saying, just give me your one guy for that main his character. Who would you put in that place? I don't want to go any more in that. And then save for the next episode. But I'm saying, point is, who would you replace? And I'm saying Drake will be able to be the pitches and everything. Because again, or Eminem. That's my two people. Drake or
Uh,
Eminem. But I don't think
I'm glad you
Eminem.
said that.
I would
Go ahead.
say Bad Bunny or Andre 3000.
Wow. All right. That 150,000. That's big bad Bunny. Yeah.
I think Bad Bunny could do it.
Oh my God. Who you got?
Shoot, I don't know. Who's the Pitbull? Mr. Worldwide. Come on.
Mr.
We'll
Worldwide.
put on a show.
Oh no, it would
People
be
will put on
amazing
a
though.
show. It will be
So awful.
amazing. Just
It would
like
be
women
amazing.
behind him in his suit.
This is the decade of independence. Dale.
Dale.
That's good.
Shout
That's
out to
really-
Pitbull. Shout out to Pitbull.
Yeah.
I listened to Pitbull on Drink Champs, and I had some newfound respect for him. He grinded since he was
Yeah.
17.
He hustled, bro. He hustled.
Yeah.
They hate him.
And
They hate him.
He made
He
his
hustled.
niche, and
Yep.
man selling bootleg phones now and all that stuff.
Yeah. Man, that's
But yeah, you mentioned Eminem, and this is great because I had wanted to use this for a podcast too. And maybe it's another unpopular opinion, but I am not an Eminem fan in the sense that I think he's a great writer, a great lyricist and all that. Music-wise, I can't listen to him. His voice annoys me. His first album, I thought it was great because of the production behind it was great, and he was writing songs, and no one had ever really did anything like that. But now I can't stand that. Like, so when they put him in discussions and all that, like,
Did you say Eminem
me-
or Beeker from Muppet Babies?
both. But that's what he sounds like to me. I don't know. But as far as rap, think about rap music. When I bump rap music in my car or something, I roll the windows down, I turn it up. You feel the bass. You want people to fear you.
Are you still
Like
bumping?
the-
Are you still? Wait, hold on.
Yes,
Time
I
it.
am.
Time it.
Yeah, I have 18-inch speakers in my back seat. I want the ground to shake when I drive by. I want people to hear like, oh wow, that guy's scary. And when you drive by and you hear, it just doesn't do it for me. I like my
I agree. I mean, I'm same. I'm a huge Eminem fan as far as lyrically what he does and things. But yeah, I probably got maybe about 4 songs before I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to something else. But I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people that I probably have a 4-song limit before I'm just I need to hear something else. There's very few albums that you can listen from beginning to end.
I think that's with anything, but I'm just, me particularly as far as bumping Eminem, and then especially me being white, so or half white, like it's expected.
He's like, here he goes again. He loves Eminem.
Of course. Here you go, Slim Shady.
Maybe Evan, you're just used to your white privilege, and you you can go in and out of when you want to listen to hip hop or not listen to hip hop. But for the people that are suffering out there in the streets, that want to feel,
but they're not playing Eminem, and that's my point.
No, they are, Evan. They are. I blast my Eminem to the limits. I want to feel Eminem. I want him to understand the struggles that as a black man we're going through together. I feel through Eminem music we can strive to be one. So please vote, everybody. Please.
I just ruined it now. So now the next time anyone listens to Eminem, they're like, wow, he does sound like Beeker. Like,
no, again, he 100% agree with you. But he got tested when the young buck came up to him and he said, "Oh, I gotta do an album now." And so again, everybody's gotta be tested. White boys gotta be tested too.
No, and I think he definitely passed the test.
He's proved himself.
He's proved himself.
He
belongs in
like, damn.
That's funny. Me and my wife were just having the discussion about Renegade, the song with Jay-Z and Eminem, and how he destroyed it and destroyed Jay-Z. Even though, and my point was, I was like, look, they weren't battling. I think Jay gave him that.
Even Nas said, how you gonna let a dude beat you on your own track? Like, like that was
Which
I mean,
which
Yeah.
my thing, I
mean-
don't think that was the case. I think if you listen, like I just listened to it, it was more like Jay says his little bit, and then he like gives Eminem like, here, you finish it for them, and that's kind of how it is. He set it up, and he's like, now finish him.
Yeah,
And
but I think whenever you have two MCs on the same song, regardless if they're battling, people always are gonna compare them. Like when Biggie and Method Man did that song together, they weren't battling, but Method,
Joe, you're right to an
in my
extent,
opinion,
though, because
bodies that.
go back to when LL dropped the bomb.
Well, that was different.
That
was
different.
And re-recorded it like
that was kind
of hold on. I can't allow that. Hold on.
You would be correct, but in terms of like, I think LL's that it was like bitch tick tick.
LL's ego would not allow that.
Yeah,
and LL is like one of the few people that could do that. Could say, wait, hold up, send that back to me. I'm gonna do this now. And they're like, okay, go ahead.
Like, okay, LL.
Could you picture what's his name? Like the first time when he heard that, like thinking,
Cannabis.
Cannabis, like, yo, check out the song, check it out. And then wait a minute, that's not the verse. What happened? He didn't say that the first time.
Boom.
Word.
They didn't sell Cannabis at all. They just let that shit roll.
He heard it in the club probably.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else, like, oh, turn this up. It's my joint right here. Turn this up. And then like when it got to the end, it was like, just stop moving. Like, you can turn that off now. So,
do you think?
Honestly,
do you think if LL dropped an album right now, it would still be relevant?
Yes.
No, because he dropped an album during one of like Dawson Creek's when like we was still doing shit, and they dropped a single. And
that's the name of his next album, Dawson Creek.
No, no, but I remember I was like, fuck. And I was like, oh, it wasn't bad. It was like one of those like, and I was like, oh. And I was like, we got to that point.
The question was, would it be relevant? Not that it would be good, but I think he's such a star,
good, right? No, Joe, relevant means good. Come on, Joe.
Where people would listen to it.
Don't beat around the bush.
No, I mean, I don't necessarily think relevant is good. I think relevant is, you're still being spoken about. You're still part of the conversation, whether it's good or bad. Like I feel like someone who's irrelevant isn't even thought of,
and people would talk about
like,
it.
Would people care if LL dropped
an album?
Would it just fall by the wayside? Nobody would say anything, or
what saved LL right now, regardless if you like him or not. You can respect him as an actor, R&B or hip hop, whatever you want to do. Jordan's fucking sequence thing when they play the music, that revives his career. I don't care what anybody says.
The Jordan documentary recently?
Yes, the Jordan documentary it was resurgent for LL Cool J. So if again, not resurgent in terms of like he's an actor, he still acts, he still has a show, hasn't been canceled. But in terms of hip hop for the younger kids, they're like, and like the guys who are still arguing of like, is LeBron better than Jordan? Like oh shit, who's this guy? And that's one of the best things. You see Jordan going through his legs, and you hear the beat in the background, like, oh, one of the hardest tracks of all times. I don't care what anybody says, but like in that scene, it just captures or encapsulates everything about hip hop and basketball in one fell swoop.
Well, that's why I think it would be if he did anything now. People would listen to it just like I would listen to it just to hear. Let me see. Maybe it's gonna be bad. Maybe I would just because it's LL. I would want to hear what. And
he did the president's one. He did because of what was going down. He did a rap about that as well. People forget that he did like a couple of bars about what the actual climate that's going on right now, and he rapped about that. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he still can rap. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
He's a lyricist. I think KRS-One, all these guys can still rap. Whether or not the younger generation is going to enjoy that or accept that or like be like, it's like that's on the conversation.
There's enough of us old people to make it relevant. We would listen just because, hey, wait, know. I
That's
listen to this guy. I want to
I
hear.
I only
Yeah.
ask because like with the
Don't
whole
forget the
versus
ladies.
TV, that thing taking off, and I just watched the climate we're in right now, where all the rappers from our age or our decade are coming back out. Nas just did a new album, and it's a different feel now because people are coming back. Will Smith is more popular now than he was ever. He's took over the internet like he did movies. So I'm just saying, I recently saw LL
That
on
was
Fat Joe's
Jada's.
podcast, and he was
Let's
saying
not
that he's
forget
listen,
why he's
Hey,
back out.
that was entanglement.
but
Yeah, that
no, but
entanglement, bro.
even before that, just look at Will Smith's everything he touches, his YouTube, Instagram is through the roof right
They're not stupid. He's fired. He knows what he's doing. Like,
but what I'm saying is,
okay. All right.
he was quiet for a while, and he even says it. He's got this new reemergence on social media, and he's not the only one. A lot of rappers from our time are coming out and doing stuff now. And LL said he's working on something on Fat Joe's podcast, and he's like, "I'm going back. I'm not trying to do anything weird or out of pocket, anything different. I'm going back to old LL." And I said to myself, "Damn, that's pretty interesting with how everything is right now." I feel like he'd have a little buzz if he came out with something right now because of everybody our age now and older starting to get more internet savvy because of the pandemic.
Well,
It's easier for
here's
them
the other thing.
to listen.
Somebody like him and a lot of these guys, they can tap one of these new people who are in tune with the new. You get a Travis Scott or a Drake
Yeah.
on a track with LL or something, like people are gonna listen regardless. And the newer people, the younger kids, they'll be like, "Oh, who's that old guy with Travis Scott?" But
Yeah.
Mhm.
know,
The
yeah,
legend.
so it
Van
could be
Harmon.
relevant. Yeah. So
Did you see SNL on Saturday night? I passed out, but I'm so old now. I passed out. I
No,
passed out.
the
But
most recent one I
Travis
saw.
Travis and who's the white dude? Fuck.
Bieber.
Bieber, yeah, Bieber and yo, I was like, wow. It was actually in my own mind. You can hate me all you want. Yeah. But it was actually a good track. I was like, wow. It was shocking. So I would say check it out, and we can hate on me the following week. But
I like today's music. I'm one of those unpopular opinion people. I like all the stuff that's out now. Not all of it, but
I like
way more than
Travis
you would
Scott.
think.
I ordered the Travis Scott meal at McDonald's.
no, where's Travis Scott? Who's from Chicago? Who's the young rapper from Chicago?
Lil Durk.
No, fuck. Wow, we're so old. That's how old we are.
You said Chicago. Do you know how many rappers there are in Chicago?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but the one who's at the church always the time, and with Kanye and all that stuff. Oh, shit. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Did you guys know who I'm talking about? If I was to bring it up, you guys know what I'm talking about.
The most recent one was Issa Rae and Justin Bieber. So
yes, and then Justin Bieber did a song. Sorry, not Travis Scott. I apologize. It's not Travis Scott. It's what's his name? I can't think of it. But anyway, he's from Chicago as well. Kanye West from Chicago. Who else? Rappers?
Common?
Chicago? No, another one. Give me one more.
No, I'm looking it up. Which I like Justin Bieber, so I don't know why.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's cool.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, sorry, I apologize, everyone. Sorry, Chance the Rapper. So again, we literally, you don't have any homework. We don't research shit at all. We're on the spot.
But we got the internet. That's what's great. Yes,
No.
Chance the Rapper and Justin Bieber, and I like Justin Bieber's last couple things he's done, and I'm talking like album wise. Since he did the thing with the DJ Snake, I started listening. Yeah, just because the beats are great. So the beats are hot, and then there's nothing great about Bieber as far as he's not a great vocalist or anything.
He does good songs.
No, what are you talking about?
But he does good songs.
Vocalist. He's a good vocalist.
No,
he's better than. What are you talking about? He's better than Usher.
No, Usher would singing one. No way.
Yeah, Usher's better.
Just vocal as far as range and all that. I was just listening. I'm like, he doesn't do anything It's
You
nothing
remember
spectacular.
again? You never heard any of that because he wasn't mainstream to us. But I will. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say it
Who's
right
not
now, people.
mainstream? Justin Bieber, bro.
What are you talking about?
No,
What
Justin
do you
Justin
gotta
Bieber?
Bieber.
listen
But
to? I don't sit at
did
home
you ever
listening
buy?
to Ready to Die all night.
Did you buy an album? Did you buy a single of
Dude,
Justin Bieber? Do you
Amazon
own
Music.
one
I'll show
single?
you my playlist right
Do you
now. I
own
got like
one
5
single of
Bieber
Justin Bieber?
songs.
How many Usher songs you got?
Baby.
How many
Baby
Usher
was
songs
his
you got?
first one.
Baby.
He got famous from
Yeah,
doing and he
I'm
got famous
saying
from doing a Chris Brown
my
song.
point is he's got more range than I think Usher does.
You could
Honestly.
go fuck yourself song. That one was good. Or love yourself. What's the other one? What do you need? I don't know the words,
Yeah,
but
that was the shit that gave him.
That's what I mean. All
sorry.
that
I mean,
shit
come
was,
on, son.
yeah,
I'm a Justin
all
Bieber
that's
fan, bro.
what I'm talking about.
Again,
All that
I'm not
stuff.
saying doesn't have hits, but I'm just
But we're
saying.
talking
He's no
about
Wayne Brady. I
vocally.
get it. He's no
No,
Wayne Brady. I
right.
got you.
You know,
There it
I will
is.
fucking come to LA. I will fucking cut you. You keep on
I'm not in
disrespecting
LA,
fucking
but
Wayne Brady. Yo, straight up, fucking San Francisco. I will fucking go over the hills and mountains. You keep disrespecting fucking Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady, actually, by the way, Wayne Brady, I would love to interview you on After Hours with Row because these motherfuckers don't respect who you are, not only as a lyricist but as a person in general. So I shout out to
Wayne
that.
Brady's better vocally than Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
so. Wayne Brady
Wow.
can sing. I'll
Wayne
give him
Brady
that.
can sing.
He can sing. He should have thought about singing instead of comedy. He
He
probably
has 3 albums already.
yeah, but he messed it up by doing
Roe has
comedy
all 3 of
first.
them. Come on, show us.
Signed.
Joe, I'm actually gonna send those albums to you. Wayne, we know play. We know him play. They're hating up here. But Wayne, we know where
Ro
the
made him
albums are.
sign his line from the Dave Chappelle skit on the album. What was it? I don't know. I know you know it.
Fuck you. Fuck your couch. I hate you.
That's not it, bro.
Does
Do I
Roe
look
Card
blurry?
have to choke fucking Diaz on the fucking other side? I would definitely choke you.
I'm popping your collar.
Collarless, bitch. Collarless.
Is it really? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
But it has the stitching of a collar, but it's collarless.
No. This is called a blazer, and this is called a shirt, t-shirt.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
You know those are
blazer.
Yeah,
It's a blazer. Say it with me.
In my
Say it with me,
consigliere,
Spanish man.
Michelle.
That's why I hate these motherfuckers on here all the time. Sorry to curse live, but they piss me off. I could have been.
We curse on this. We curse on this podcast. It's a requirement.
I could have been crying a lot more. Instead, I'm fucking doing what I gotta do. Oh
You
shit!
hear that?
I just heard it. What the?
What the?
That was chalk. That was baby powder. I thought it was fucking. Wow, that's your sound effects. I thought that was water.
Now you have.
You thought that was water.
You got some cocaine on your cheek.
Yeah, low cocaine.
They used the baby powder to cover up the cocaine. Cocaine. I like the cocaine.
You know what gets baby powder out? Cocaine.
Cocaine. There you go.
I thought that was a drink. Sorry, everybody. That was. I thought that was. It was very.
You thought that was your Yeti?
Although, yeah,
Common
but now
mistake.
there was a bottle. Oh, plug-in
nice.
job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they want to plug from us.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not one plug, but now. Cocaine
Literally said cocaine 12 times and then show.
Welcome to Woken Up Woke, sponsored by cocaine.
No, baby powder cocaine. All right, let's make sure.
Cocaine from Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson on Johnson.
Boom. Maybe the Jets. Yes, Johnson on. All right, we're definitely gonna get that.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yep.
So let's
let me ask you, as a Giants fan, would you? Sorry, cut you off.
No, okay.
If the Jets saw this, pick this up, Johnson, this awful organization, but you got season tickets free for the rest of your life. Joe, are you going to Jets games or no?
Am I going to Jets games if I got season
Okay, so
tickets?
wherever you live, you get season tickets to whatever, but it's only to seeing the Jets play. Are you
Oh,
going?
oh,
Yes, that's my point.
oh. Yeah, I'd go. I mean, I still like football, so I mean, I get to see who they're playing. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, Evan, pick up. He's a little bitch. Anyway, finish the conversation.
you're
I
saying
love
if I could
football.
get season tickets, say here in San Francisco, but I only get to see when they play the Jets. I mean that doesn't
That's
make
not
sense.
season tickets. That's not
All right,
season. No, I mean like.
the question is right. You got season tickets to the Jets. So let's just say, Joe, you can magically fly out to the Jets every
Okay.
Sunday and watch who they're playing.
Okay.
Would you do it? Me living here,
Right.
being I can go to MetLife Stadium and see the Jets every Sunday, would I do it?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Yeah. Well, you could
No,
still
I don't
sell
know.
them.
I love football. I
I
love
would.
football. Right. Can I sell the tickets?
Yeah. He didn't say you can't sell them. You can
Good
go to the
answer.
game and
Good
just
answer,
sell them.
Evan. Good answer, Evan. But you have to physically be there with whoever person you sold the rest of the tickets to. You get 2 tickets, and you have to.
Bro,
I
you
went to
asked
a
me to go
Jets
with I
game and
would go
rooted
with
for
you. Do
the
you
other
have
team.
tickets? I would go with you, bro.
I went to a Jets game once and I rooted for the other team.
As you
Well,
should.
okay,
As you should.
so here and so I was actually going to ask the question. We're going to talk about celebrity encounters on this podcast, but since we're talking about football, and Joe, you might have told the story before, but can you tell your Deion Sanders story? I don't know where you told it before. Maybe it may have been on After Hours with Raul. We did a
Mm,
celebrity encounter
Never heard of that.
edition. So
I don't even know
yeah,
if
he
I
said
told.
it on your show.
It might have
No,
just
I
been
don't
in
know.
maybe one of our meetings for the show.
Might have been. Well, let's can we hear the
Yeah.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. No,
yeah. So I was it was 2004 and I was on vacation in Puerto Rico for my birthday. And this was actually on my
Remember.
birthday, the day of my birthday. And I'm headed to the pool. I was staying at the Hilton in San Juan and I'm headed to the pool. Got my towel and all this stuff and I hear somebody
Just
go,
glistening.
Senor, right? And I turn around and it's this tall black dude. And I'm like, he's not from here. And he's like, Senor. And I'm like, yes. He's like, hey, I have a favor to do for you. And I was like, wait, it didn't sound right. I'm like, what? He's like, I got a favor to do for you. And then he's like, he puts his arm around my shoulder. And he's tall. And I should let me back up. I was wearing my Deion Sanders jersey. I had a Deion Sanders 49ers throwback jersey. So it was like all red and it had like the three white stripes and the white numbers and his name on the back. So then he puts his arm around my back and he goes across the letters like this and he's like, "Are you a fan?" And he did it like once or twice, and then I finally got what he's saying. I was like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah!" And he's like, "Do you want to meet him?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he's inside eating breakfast right now in the restaurant. He saw you with
Do
the
you
jersey
think the
on."
guy was expecting you to speak That's why he was like
Yeah,
talking
because he
broken.
was he was when he ran me down, he was like, "Senor, senor," and I'm just like, so I'm looking around like, "Fuck, he's talking to,"
Is
and
that what
so
you said? Yo, fuck you talking to? From New York.
fucking senor. So then, so we go inside, and he's sitting at this big ass table, like a banquet table, with mad food. I mean, like fruit, pancake, like just mad shit. Looked good, like a spread. And he was on his Bluetooth, so he just does put the finger up. He finished his conversation, and then you like, dude, he's really nice. He shook my hand, took pictures, and he was telling me how I guess the day before they saw a kid with a Cowboys jersey on, and it was his number, but it wasn't his jersey. It was like the new guy. So like he got his hopes
Hold
up,
up.
and then it was just like. So then when he saw me, he was like that was his assistant, the guy that ran me down. I was his assistant. And he's like, he saw my jersey. He was like, "Hey, look, that dude has your jersey," and he was just like, "No, it's probably not mine." Like he was already his ego was crushed from the day before. And then when I turned, he saw my name, and he's like, "Oh no, that's him. Get him over here." So he came, brought me over, said hi, took pictures, and it was really cool. And it was on my birthday, so I was like, "Oh man, that's awesome." But it was weird to me that he was in Puerto Rico. just chilling.
Was it like during football season?
It was.
He had
That's
a
why I was
game
like,
the next day. Like, what
No,
are you doing here?
2004, he was already retired, but he was doing like, you know, the commentary
Commentating.
and all that stuff. So, but yeah, no, that was my Deion Sanders experience. Nice guy, prime time.
Cool. That's pretty cool. So
Mhm.
yeah, so let's talk about celebrity encounters, good, bad, indifferent. We did this on an episode of After Hours with Ro, so if you want, check it out. So I won't tell the Tony Soprano story. James Gandolfini.
It's deleted.
You deleted
that?
that episode? He did.
He deleted
Ro
the
got
whole
drunk
page.
and deleted all of them.
It never.
I can't have you, nobody can.
Nope. Fuck your couch. That's how I do it.
Can you, Ro? You got to tell the what's this guy's name? What's his name? The kid, not the kid. I can't remember his name now. You saw him at, I think it was the Spotted Pig. What's it?
Spotted Pig.
Oh, you're talking about when my boy got into an argument with
Mike. Oh,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
So the irony of this conversation, yes, my boy got into
Jake Gyllenhaal possibly
altercation.
Well, real quick
Nothing.
before Rose starts, because the last time I was in LA and I was driving through one of the canyons and I passed Jake Gyllenhaal in a Range Rover and he just screw faced me for no reason. I was just like, wait, that was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Are you sure him?
Yeah, 100% it was him. I was like, that was weird. But yeah, so your Jake Gyllenhaal story.
Oh my God! So wow, is this your story into mine? Is this the way you take?
Well, I just want to say
story?
I saw him. I saw him, and that's it. You know, I just happened to see him randomly.
Stolen your thunder, bro. You go
and have a personal story of and he's like, "Oh, bro, I got a story for you, and you're gonna tell it. Then I'm good. We're good. And you can't tell a story after. I'm gonna have my own story after. Thanks,
mine was a story. It was just a sighting. So
okay, exciting. So
I digest.
Thank you. So I used to live in the meatpacking district on between Bank and Bethune. So anybody knows that area, that's fucking money. I had a rent control apartment, 1650 studio. Nice. Yes, I know you're hating me right now. I hate myself. And doorman, one flight walk up, elevator, and laundry in the
middle of everything.
Yeah.
That's great.
Spotted Pig is right on the corner for me. Rest in peace, Spotted Pig. I feel sorry for anybody who's been a victim of what happened. You learn more about things that are going on, but the old Spotted Pig that I knew, it was a heaven of just great wine and the food.
It was a hot spot.
The food was amazing. So there's 2 floors of Spotted Pig. Go up to the second floor, and on Sunday Fun Day, we call it Sunday Fun Day because if you live in that area, Meatpacking District, bridge and tunnels. So during the week, Friday and Saturday, bridge and tunnels come in. So it means everybody who lives in Brooklyn, Long Island, all the accents, they come in to Manhattan and they just fucking flood everything and they suck. But on Sundays, those clubs are kind of open but in a weird way. And they cater to people that live in the area or who are normal. And normal being is like I live and that's what I do, and I'm in New York City. I'm a New York Cityite, I guess.
Well, because most normal people work on Monday morning, so Sunday was like when the cool people who didn't have to work during the week or didn't have jobs, and they would go out on Sunday.
That was your business.
That was the day.
Was your business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Spotted Pig was great. It wasn't like very Hollywood like Meatpacking District with all the clubs in there, but you can still have a great glass of wine, good food, and doing it. And mine. Let's rewind. I've seen Beyonce and Jay-Z there. And I cut a corner from them before they became Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I have a history with Beyonce. I spilled water on her head by accident back in the day. Yeah.
So when are you telling that story? That's the story. But then Hove used to give you the nod. Like you would go there so much. Like he would.
Yeah,
Either that or he's gonna fuck you up because she told you that's the one right there.
But again, it's like, and I was like, again, money, right? But I'm better looking than Jay-Z. I don't care what he says. I had a shot. I don't care what he says. I had a shot.
Oh yeah, sure you did.
I don't care. No, I'm just saying. Money wise, no.
No.
But
so looks alone.
Looks alone, I had a shot. Okay, right.
All right, what about rap battle?
Again, looks alone, I had a chance.
Dance battle, maybe.
Dance battle, what?
Maybe. You don't know Jay-Z.
I think Jay would break out. He would break out something.
He's been secretly been the choreographer for Beyonce.
Like he did Michael Jackson videos. Michael might have instilled some wisdom in that dude. So he hit you with the lean, the Annie lean, and just.
Oh my God! I would ride on die on two things in my life. If I was to die tomorrow, I would say two things I have no hesitations or reservations about. I will say I will definitely beat Jay-Z in a dance battle, and I'm better looking than Jay-Z to a Beyonce. I will definitely ride or die on those two things. Anyway, but it's not about looks, it's about love and how someone makes you feel. I would never cheat. I would never cheat.
I'm gonna step away for a second. You guys keep going.
Put that out there.
So anyway, what happened was we go in to the Spotted Pig, and we're hanging out, and with my boys. Sunday fun day. So this is in the fantasy world of fantasy football. So one of my boys looking at, he gets a bloop on his phone. I think that's why he canceled fantasy football ever since then. And so he gets a thing. So he's looking at his phone, and so there's a table. So if you've ever been to Spotted Pig, old school, you go up the stairs to the right, the far right. There's a huge table. And so if you can get that table like 5, 6 o'clock, you're fucking money or you're a celebrity. And so we look over to our right, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's got his people. And they're like hanging out, doing all the things. That's fine, whatever. And so my boy's looking at his phone, and I have to give his part because he always gets upset when I don't tell his part. So he literally was like, "Yo, I'm just looking at my fantasy football. That's all I was doing." A waitress comes over and says, "Excuse me, sir. If you want to take a picture of Jake, please let us know. You can't just take pictures randomly." He lost his fucking mind.
Who?
Because he was
your boy.
Yeah. So Mike lost his mind because he was just looking at his fans. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "His fucking sister ruined Batman."
Yes, it needs to be said.
Like,
yes.
So people don't know Maggie Gyllenhaal replaced
yes.
What's her name?
Katie Holmes, right?
Katie Holmes, yes.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes in the Batman. So with Christian Bale in the second round, and so legend has it that because Thank You for Not Smoking, which is a fucking classic movie, but the guy who plays Two-Face, they did that movie together, so they had a great chemistry on screen. So allegedly, Tom Cruise didn't want to have his lady at the time doing another movie with him because it was going to be an intimate movie. Yeah.
Wrong.
It was deep into Scientology.
I'm not saying Scientology. I'm saying that's what was going on at the time.
Yeah, it was
and so,
and she was awful in that movie. Awful. There's one scene that comes up. Maggie Gyllenhaal in Batman. There's one when she does the whole Rico thing and puts Rico together like. That is so. That's like the worst scene. She's like ties it all together. Rico goes.
You hate it. You hate it. Okay.
I hate it in that movie.
So a lot of people had a lot of fucking hate in real life. As if you've seen. But I will only the only love that Maggie Gyllenhaal gets from me personally is Secretary. Is one of her best films of all time. She's
that is one
hot,
of the greatest movies
she's
ever.
Sexy. She's everything I could not believe she could be. She's done that in Secretary. So if you haven't seen it, Evan, check out Secretary. So
You've never seen The
Gigantic.
Secretary? You had
Wow, really?
that is
You're gonna be so miserable.
No, I hate her. I hate her too.
You're gonna love her so much.
that is a cult classic. It is worth watching just so we can have a podcast.
We should talk to him about afterwards of not watching.
So that should be homework.
Watch
Watch that. No.
Yes.
Horrible. Just
wait. No, but wait. James Spader is the leading man, so you gotta.
I like James Spader.
Of course you
gotta watch
it.
Stargate.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's
all right. That's gonna
James
be.
Spader. James Spader. Of all the movies you went to, you went Stargate.
That's the only one. What that stupid show he did where he's fat and wearing a fucking fedora.
No, he's a fucking 80s icon, a fucking douchebag of sweaters.
Stargate.
Are you kidding me?
Stargate.
Oh my god, Stargate.
That's it.
I can't talk.
Hey, quick question: Have you guys heard of or seen Designated Survivor?
Yes.
Did you see
with Kiefer Sutherland? Yeah. I call it 25.
That's exactly what I call it. That's crazy. Ask Michelle. That's exactly what I call it. Right? Okay. So apparently, I just started watching it. I've been binge watching it. Apparently, they did two seasons, and then it got canceled, and Netflix just picked it up.
Yeah.
So Netflix picked it up.
It was one of those fan write-ins. The fans,
right? So I guess now because it's on Netflix, they can curse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they throw in like awkward curses.
I'm telling you, there's somebody whose sole job is to write in the curses. It is so awkward. It's so unnecessary. Like it's like these people never cursed in there. They're like fucking A, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from? You're in the Oval Office. I'm pretty sure you're not just throwing F-bombs around. That's the funniest thing. But you have to watch the first two seasons first, and then go into that one because you're not gonna get the same effect. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
So the new one is 26. 26 with curses.
It's funny.
Shit.
So, yeah.
It'll just be randomly shit.
So what's your celebrity encounter, F?
No, it's there. You got to finish the Jake.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
we got sidetracked by how awful his sister is, but I'm glad Mike said that because that's something I would have said. Your sister sucks. She ruined Batman.
It needed to be said.
It needed to be said. So
she ruined Batman too.
Mike is a hero. Slow clap for that guy.
So the I guess his agent or somebody, a friend of his, who's the guy who speaks up, came and said, "Hey, blah blah, if you want to get an autograph, please let me know, and we can do that. But please don't take pictures." And he's like, "I'm doing my draft and just changing the players."
Who the fuck is this guy?
Wait, what are you talking about? Lost his there was a scene beyond scenes. We abused Mike to this day about that fucking one day because that's the best part about Facebook. It comes up every year.
You have a memory.
8 years ago today.
And that's the beauty of fucking Instagram. I love that. It's like as bad as it can be, like, oh, relationship, I'm no longer with you. That's great, awesome. But then those friendships that one time when Jake Gyllenhaal messed up everybody, he reminded every year, and I'm like,
it's that time of year again.
Or a Jake Gyllenhaal movie will come out. It'll be in sequence because it'll build because it all has the thing. So they build. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal movie's coming up where he's gonna be in New York City, so pop up relevancy on my fucking pod. I was like, oh, remember this, Jake? It's summertime. Yes. Let's go, Jake. Yes, brilliant. And so he, long story short, it was awkward, and then dealing with that, and then we laughed and kicked us out. But that is honestly one of my best and fondest.
Like that's a big part of the story. Long story short.
They definitely kicks out because he again, you're not gonna win against celebrities saying you're taking pictures of me.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, regardless if you're looking at your fantasy football, it's like you're not gonna win. Yeah. But that night, and either Jay-Z and Beyonce like having dinner like next to us on a bench, like they would never sit on a bench again in their lives. Like I saw them on rawness. Like
Right.
you understand?
Yeah.
Like they were on a bench. If
Yeah.
you ever been to Spider Big, like they were on a bench.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. That's
Wow,
saying
really,
that's
right?
saying a lot to be like,
The
yeah, it's
tables
like
were like park benches, so yeah.
that's like
You
saying
will
I
never
saw
see
John
them on
Lennon
this.
in Central Park. You know, it's like
Wow, I don't know about that. That's aggressive, Joe. I saw John Lennon in the park. Wow. No.
he
That
hit
is
me
the
with a
worst analogy
newspaper.
ever.
No,
No.
it's not the same thing.
That's the worst analogy I've ever heard in my life.
I was thinking about something else, and for some reason that sounded like I nailed it in my head.
For the people that want to give me your best analogy, what I just described, and I definitely guarantee you won't come close to what fucking Joe did. What? Are you kidding?
I
John
also
Lennon?
used a bench in my analogy. You can't, I'm pretty sure you can't use like the same stuff.
No, stop talking, Joe. Get us out of this moment right now, please. Please get us out of this moment. Oh my God! Holy shit,
Good
Joe!
times.
You should leave again, Joe. Get another drink. Leave now.
Come back, let's start over.
You literally compared John Lennon, not John Legend, ladies and gentlemen, not John Legend.
No, I
John
said
Lennon.
John
John
Legend.
Lennon.
No, John Legend.
Oh, he said John.
No,
Lennon.
he
Oh, there
didn't.
you
He
go.
said John Lennon.
No.
So if you see John Lennon's ghost in Central Park, that's the same thing like seeing Jay-Z on a bench
With Beyonce.
with
Same,
Beyonce.
same exact thing, only different.
Same thing. Way different. But I'm gonna keep it in the meatpacking district because that
hey
was
now. Hey now.
we can do that here. This is After Hours with Ro. But on the After Hours with Ro, I told a story about.
It's not After Hours with Ro. It's called what's the name of the show?
I can't use it. Woken Up Woke.
Woken up woke.
Woken up
With
woken.
Ro.
So many wokens that people are annoyed by how many wokens. I
It's
get
just
yelled at
woken
about
up
how many
woke.
wokens are in the fucking wokens.
Woken.
There's
Anyway,
only one
go for
woken,
it.
and you woken up woke.
No, you say woken on the intro. You say woken
Yeah,
5
like
times.
instead of welcome.
Woken.
Okay.
Welcome,
All right.
welcome, Jay-Z,
We should definitely
the
work on
bench.
that.
Welcome to the bench, Jay. Have you met John Lennon?
No, he was shot here. He was shot here earlier. Sorry about that.
Have a seat.
You missed about 20 minutes ago.
I don't know why I'm picturing his ghost to look like a Simpsons drawn character.
What is wrong with you, Joe?
Because
Why do you
Joe
like
must-
this?
I
Joe
didn't
must
say
have done
anything about him
mushrooms
being a
today.
ghost. You guys made him a ghost.
Joe,
I can't
Joe,
make him
why
a
you-
Simpsons
That's what I'm
ghost.
Joe, why you like this?
trying to get the
Why you like
analogy. I'm trying to save you, Joe. You know,
John Legend.
You'll never see
John
Jay-Z on a
Legend.
bench. You did not say that. Rewind the tape. You'll never see Jay-Z on a bench, and you'll never see John Lennon's ghost again. So, I'm trying to save you, Joe. Just go with it.
Oh man. Okay, so celebrity encounters.
So on After Hours with Ro, I told the James Gandolfini one, which happened in the meatpacking district. Another one in the same exact spot was, and Joe was there, so Joe can kind of fill in with me. But we were at a spot called Gaslight, and if you ever went to Gaslight is where everyone who couldn't get into the Spotted Pig or any of the big hot spots, they ended up at Gaslight because they literally would let anybody in.
Yeah.
Pretty much. If you just had to be clothed and have some kind of ID.
So I had a like a Mickey Mouse T-shirt once, and got in.
Yeah.
That's true. You did get in there. I actually was like, please don't let him in, and they said yes, he can come in.
He has to come in. So, but what was great about that place, the music was good. They always had good DJ. At least when we went, there was always a DJ. I'll never forget, he always mixed that Jay-Z When the Remy's in the System with Toto's Africa.
Yeah.
So yes, it sounds weird.
Can you,
so
can you give us a beat of that? Can you give us a sense of that mix?
I can't even.
Oh.
It won't sound good. But yeah, they go into the whole chorus. So, you know, it's like when the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling. And then when it gets to the chorus, it's God bless the rains down in Africa. Which goes
And
it
the
has
room
no
in the
business
system ain't no
going.
telling
But it does.
when on the rain. Really, that was a mix that worked.
But the beat,
Yeah.
it just worked. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
But every time we went there, they would play that, so it's fun. So we went there one time, and
Racist.
Gaslight, and next door was like a brick oven pizza and bar. They were actually two separate spots, but they like merged. They could open the doors that connected them, and so it'd be like one big spot. So we went there, and the doors were open, so it was a bigger spot than it normally is. And you could walk in, and then you were in the pizza spot with had another bar. So we went to there. So you got, I don't play too much.
Can't play too much. Can't play too much.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
Yeah, you
I
get the
remember
gist
that.
of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
So, yeah. So like we would just get
You
into
fucking my
Gaslight,
head
and that
up.
would come on, and it was like, oh shit, we did it. So, yeah.
That wasn't even like hard Jay-Z. That was soft Jay-Z.
yeah.
That was great. So yeah, so we go in one time, and we go into the other part of the second bar, and I bought a couple of drinks, and then I closed out my tab real quick. I'm like, I'm not leaving my card there. I'm broke. I got 2 drinks each. I'm like, well, little did I know. So I go, and right as I close my tab, I look up, and there's Mickey Rourke.
Well, let me before you continue on. So I don't know if you remember Dawn of the Dead, like the remake in 2004, right? So they had a game in that movie that me and Ev used to play where they would call out like a famous person, like it was like a zombie that looked like a famous person.
Yeah.
So me and
That's
Ev, when we
right.
would go out, we'd be like, "Hey, look at the Danny DeVito," and then you would wait to look around to see which is the person that looks like Danny
spot
DeVito.
it and start
Right.
laughing.
Yeah. So Ev does the, "Hey, there goes Mickey Rourke," right? So I'm looking around, and I look at the bar, and it's like, oh shit, no, it's actually Mickey Rourke. How you would expect Mickey Rourke to look, like
Yeah, he's
leather
wearing like
vest.
a leather vest with no shirt underneath it,
Yeah.
and the vest is like, part of the vest you would wear with a 3-piece suit underneath a suit jacket, but it's made of leather, brown leather, and he's got no shirt underneath.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh look, it's Mickey Rourke. And as I say,
like he should have been a character in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, one of the bad guys.
But as I say it, I'm like, oh look, it's Mickey Rourke. He buys out the bar. So and literally the bartender takes all the checks and throws them up. Right after I just paid mine off, I'm like, motherfucker, I could have had Mickey Rourke buy my bar tab, and I didn't.
Son of a
But that wasn't the best part. So the best part is, I don't know if you've ever seen Mickey Rourke in person. His head is like, he's got like a Scottie Pippen head. Like, it's huge. I don't know if it's because he had high hair or whatever. And
he had a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. So think about that. You got a cowboy hat, a leather vest, no shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
no, Mickey
like
Rourke,
one of those NFL mascots, like the UNLV
with the big head. Yes, exactly. That's a great way to describe him. Yeah. But Mickey Rourke used to box, amateur, or I don't know, maybe he went pro, whatever. So he's got these giant fucking hands also. And the reason we know he had giant hands, because he had some little girlfriend with him. It was some skinny little Russian girl. She looked young, legal, but she was young. Mind you, Mickey Rourke at the time was probably like 60 something. I don't know how old he is now, but he was.
Because it changes if he was 80 now versus she was.
Yeah. No,
yeah. Well, either way, he was with like a 22-year-old. So.
The difference is doesn't make him creepier, it makes the girl creepier.
Right. But and here's the thing, he would look exactly the same either at 80 or 60 because of all the Botox and Leatherface.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what his age is. But so he's with this 22-year-old Russian slim girl, and he grabs her by the face, literally like grabs her by the head, and would like make out with her aggressively. I mean, it was like painful, but his hand would like wrap around her entire head and then he would make out with her and then like push her away. So I was like, yeah, this is Mickey Rourke.
That's true love. Hey, I
We
got a
don't
story.
condone abusive relationships or anything like that. I have to say this. I'm not a lawyer, but I just feel I need to say this after time we talk about something. Thank you. All right.
This was all our perception, what we saw.
Yeah, it was probably nothing like it.
I'm sure it was all consensual.
I got a
Again,
story.
I'm sure she wasn't trapped. She kept
hope she was
mouthing "help
legal.
me," but
And it was in America.
the music was loud. Sorry.
He was
Thought
upset.
she was rapping. Sorry.
He's still upset about his tab.
Again, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you would come talking about. I'm good.
I got a celebrity running, but it's not my story. It's my dad's, but he's told me this story a million times and never gets old. So he almost got.
Coke, Evan? Are you do a line? There?
It's allergies.
How to do it nonchalant.
Brought to you by cocaine. Sorry, that was actually a tissue. I explained that on my first show. I have allergies.
All right. Sorry. Make sure we're good. We're good. So.
Sponsored by cocaine.
So he's
don't do drugs, kids.
No, yeah, don't do drugs. So my dad goes to this bar with his girlfriend at the time, and they see Santana there. You know, Santana.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's
right.
a good one.
Yeah, so I guess it was kind of just
not Jules Santana.
Not Jules Santana. No, he wasn't that lucky. The other one, the guitar player. And I guess it was just kind of one of those random pop-ins. He was in this club in New York and played.
You say Jules. You should say Santana.
I did the air guitar.
All right, I think yeah. I guess sorry. I apologize.
Fucking but anyway, Shakira. So
yeah, exactly.
Right. That was Wyclef.
But it doesn't matter. We
featuring this generation.
The same album.
Wyclef.
So he's at this bar or whatever. Santana's there and my dad's there with his girl, and so they meet him. He's like there talking to people, chills, nothing crazy. My dad gets up and goes to the bathroom and comes back, and he sees Santana like, you know, getting too close to his girl. So my dad being,
what does that mean for your dad?
Like he was for my dad. I don't know what that meant in his head, like exactly what.
Can we have him on the show one week though?
Yeah, no, that's where he's gonna be a guest. So anyway, my dad being the machismo Puerto Rican guy, like, hey, motherfucker, get your hands off my girl. He gets into
not
it
your
with
mom, not your mom,
not my mom. This was
before your mom's time.
Yeah, he was a kid. He was in his 20s, you know. So my dad, according to him, proceeds to get in, you know, Santana's face. And according to my dad,
I just picture that scene in Carlito's Way in the back room with the pool. He comes bursting out the bathroom.
You were telling Santana that, hey, that's my girl. Like,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, like back, exactly, like back off. So according to my dad,
you're born, so it didn't work out. It didn't work.
But according to him, before he could, you know, put hands on him, his security picked him up and his girl and threw them both out of the bar.
Oh shit!
Like, both of you get the fuck out of here. That's Santana, bitch. That's
didn't work out. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know? I mean, hey, I'm Santana.
I'm Santana.
You either say, yo, that's your girl, or like, that's your girl.
I wouldn't even say anything. I would just walk up to her, just playing something on the guitar, just like, what are you looking at her?
All right, so here's a quick question. I got one. So, who would you if you went somewhere with your girl and she got hit on by a celebrity? What celebrity would you like be like kind of allow it or be cool with it?
Oh,
Wait,
like The
mine's
Rock.
mine's
or
John
she's
Stamos.
gonna
Yeah.
take your girl.
If John Stamos is talking to my wife, I'm just like, nah, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know, The Rock. I mean, he's a likable guy. Forget about the fact that he's like 10 times my size and pure muscle. Even aside from that, he's just a nice guy. I like what he's about. He puts out good positive energy on everything he does.
So if you walked up to him and was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Rock, that's my wife," and he like just turned smoldering, like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, all right,
yeah,
I met The Rock. Yeah.
You know, like the scene where like him and Arnold Schwarzenegger see each other in the club, and it's kind of like he gives him the nod, like passing the baton. It's kind of like that. Like, you got the juice now. Now just walk out, go.
Your wife's
catch
the
an
baton.
Uber.
You got it now. I'm gonna head out. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Hey, you got this, right, big fella?
Yeah, if I walked out and my wife was talking to either Brad Pitt or what's the soccer guy, Beckham, I would just turn around and leave.
I was gonna say Rodney Dangerfield.
What?
Remember that movie he did
What's
where he was
with
like a soccer coach?
Right. What's with you and dead people? So my wife's talking to the ghost of Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
I get no respect.
Yeah,
because I'm dead.
Like of all the movies too, that's what you picked, the fucking soccer movie he did. It was like
that's how
Ladybugs or something.
That is how much soccer I watched. That you took the only guy I knew. Hold
on. He is dead before Ladybugs. Oh, I'm sorry, not Ladybugs. Sorry, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm done. I'm drunk.
You're right. He was dead before Ladybugs. That was a great performance by his ghost.
Again, most underrated movie of all times is Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Weekend at Bernie's, and they made a sequel. And you should not be able to make a sequel out of a dead
at what point does he start rotting? Like,
he took him to the beach like 3 times.
That should have been right. Part 2 should have just been like his bloated, smelly corpse.
I argued with my friends to make a lot of money. I said, "Hey, why can't we do a black version of this?
But do it like accurately."
Weekend at Jamal's.
He starts smelling.
And he's doing
Weekend at Jamal's.
Fuck you! It's not racist. It's black entrepreneur. It basically it's a whole movie.
Yeah, that'd be good. Starring David Allen Greer and Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady at Jamal.
If you can make so many movies about what's his name?
Ready?
The grandma movies.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
If you can make a million of those, Medea's. Sorry, I apologize again. But if you can make all those, I guarantee you can make a Weekend at Bernie's and buy Medea. Weekend at Bernie's by Medea.
Yeah, he's probably the only person that could get away with it.
Get away with it, and they're like, "All right, this makes sense."
Dude, didn't he just become a billionaire?
Weekend at Medea's.
Right? He just recently became a billionaire. Tyler Perry.
Yes. So Weekend at Medea's.
And we're pitching it. So Tyler Perry, if you're listening to the podcast, there you go. Weekend at Medea's. Buy the rights, and let's make this happen. We'll do it.
Buy the rights. It's the black version. You know what the black rights?
You gotta buy the right if you're gonna call it a weekend, unless you call it
no
a weeknight.
The weekend.
The weekend. Like no D, just weekend.
Starring The Weekend.
D-A Weekend.
Starring The Weekend.
Oh yeah,
starring The Weekend.
If you get The Weekend in it, then it's just there you go. It's about
there you go.
Boom.
The Weekend.
Brother.
It's all about the weekend at Medea's.
Weekend at Medea's.
But he's dead.
Exactly.
She kills him accidentally, and then she's got to walk around town, and they got to do like some ventriloquist shit for his concert. He's supposed to be at a concert. She kills him, and they got to walk around town, take him to interviews and all his promos while he's dead.
Everything
it writes itself. It writes itself.
Isn't it crazy that, think about that movie. I am presenting a movie to someone in Hollywood. I'm saying, okay, here's the idea. Here's the pitch. So we have a very rich guy, younger guy wants to get the job. He's gonna go out on the weekend and work for his understudy, blah blah. And the guy dies because he has so much money that's owed to the mob. But they're gonna keep on dragging his body around and still do his job throughout the whole entire movie. All right, it's gonna be a hit. Go.
It sounds like the original.
Again, it sounds awful. Even my pitch is awful.
But he's talking about the pitch, and you know how a movie like that gets made. I'll bring it back to our sponsors, cocaine. So they pass it around. They all do it. And like, man, that sounds fucking great. Let's start right now.
Like you're on.
We can go to Hamptons. We can do the island, because it's in South Carolina. Actually, that island where I found out where that was done. There's a Netflix special right now. Now it's a little couple months. Yeah, Outer Banks. That's where that island is. So that's where they shot that originally.
Wow, you really looked into the history of A Weekend at Bernie's.
I did because I was like, this is such a crazy idea, a crazy concept. But I was like, could you do it again? But you could do a black. I really think you do a black version of this.
You don't think you could do it?
I just think it should be like, maybe we could get Jordan Peele to do it, and it could be like a horror where the body. I'm telling you, the body starts rotting, and they got to keep applying makeup or something.
Oh, maybe like it. No, but Jordan. Yeah, that's kind of crazy how interesting how they've gone their own separate ways, and like one's like I'm gonna act, and one's like I am dark and I want to kill everyone.
Yeah, and he said he's gonna he likes doing this. He said he's gonna hang out here for a while and
it's kind of interesting to see you go from comedy to like, yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm
not mad at it though.
I think that's a lot like even what we're doing here. I think a lot of like that would be my ultimate goal to do. I would love to do a horror film. I think everybody, a lot of people in the industry like that. That's like a real coup de grace to be able to like scare the shit out of people.
Yeah,
to make that next movie. Imagine making The Exorcist, making a movie like that where you just scared the shit out of everybody for years to come, and the people won't even watch the movie again. Yeah. Like I would love to make a movie like that and just be like, yeah.
I don't think it has to be scary, but you make a legendary movie like Animal House is a classic. Like you're never gonna have. It's before these guys even become legends. Like it's like I don't know.
What I like about horror movies, like what Ev's talking about, and the reason why I really like horror movies is because for someone to have that sort of physical effect on me where I feel uneasy in my seat and I feel uncomfortable. I don't get that in any other, maybe a thriller or something like that. But, there have been horror movies where I'm like, fuck, and I got to turn the light on, or I can't watch this by myself kind of deal. I think that takes talent to be able to have that effect on somebody.
Yes.
But I think I agree in our genre, yes. But I think nowadays, like there's so many things, right?
Which I think makes it more of a challenge. That's why
it's hard. If
I was into making movies, I would love to be like, go out there and do the next thing that just like, wow, they were able to do something.
I would.
And
it's
that. Fresh. What I think a lot of the problem though with a lot of the horror that's made, because there are some good ones and a lot. And if you guys haven't check out the the Ordinary Joe's podcast, you do talk about scary movies.
Oh yeah,
the last two. The last two episodes. So
Joe,
definitely
plug your
check that
shit,
out.
Joe. Come on, Joe.
and they talk about that. But so I just want to say that I think one of the problems with a lot of the horror movies now is the expectations. I think if you went out and marketed a movie without letting people know what's actually going to happen, like, you know, a lot of times you see the scenes and the trailers for these movies and they show the whole movie.
Yeah, I
so
hate that.
you kind of know what's going to happen and what to expect. Whereas if they had did a movie and you know, just say, hey, it's a love story, and then you go expecting a love story and then it just fucks you up with some scary shit, it'd be more effective.
One trailer, not to get off topic, but one trailer that comes to mind, and I don't know if you remember, but we went to see a movie, and the Italian Job, they had the trailer for the Italian Job, and they showed the whole fucking, like, I looked at you and was like, well, all right, I don't have to go see it now, because they showed the whole
beginning, the middle, and the end.
Like,
a movie that comes to mind is, do you guys remember The Village by M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's actually a really good movie. But when they marketed it and brought it out, I think that was like his third movie.
Something like that.
I mean, they literally had like a TV special and all that, and they were just talking about how scary it was and how shocking it was, and things that they did to give it an R rating. There was a sound that made it rated R, and then you watch it, you're like, oh, this is fucking shit. This is stupid. But had you gone into that movie not knowing what the fuck it was, and let's say if he just said it was, oh no, it's just a period piece drama, and then you watch that thinking it's that, and then the end, you would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But the hype, you know, hype these movies.
All right.
Welcome back, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I only because I brought that up in another show I do, and that one was a tough movie because it drew out so many emotions, and so I think if you didn't pitch it that way, you couldn't get the emotions that you got at the end of that movie. So at the end of the movie, like, oh shit, you're in the middle of fucking oh my god, you're up to date. It's 2000. Let's just say 2020. And they're like, "Oh my God, there's a whole civilization going on."
That's what I mean. If they said,
but I'm saying
if they said it was just a movie about a village,
but I don't think you get that same emotion because there's so many emotions. There's like, I'm scared, right? I'm nervous about the fear of what's out there, right? The unknowing, and then there's like, now they escape. What do we do now? And the girl's blind. There's so many.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
but I think when you find out, oh shit, that brings it all together, and M. Night Shyamalan is definitely amazed. I think of that. I only give him 3 movies, otherwise he's fucking awful. But that's a whole other conversation.
No, let's talk about what 3 movies do you give him? I'm just interested.
No, let's talk about M. Night, because I real quick, you know, I like The Sixth Sense, and if no one spoiled that movie for you, then it was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put The Village on the list, but I'm putting The
Village on.
I'll
give him 2. I'll give him 2.
If you had watched it and just, you know, completely knew nothing about it, you would have been like, oh wow, that was great. But I put Unbreakable. I really liked Unbreakable a lot, and then I liked what's the not the last Glass movie, the one he did with
Split.
Split.
Yeah.
Split.
Yeah.
With
James McAvoy.
Right.
Who's really, like, I don't know why they didn't do more with his acting in that.
Yeah, it was amazing. Great. I mean,
so
me, I personally like all 3. I like the trilogy. I think that they're really good together.
Well, I haven't watched the last one.
You haven't?
So,
I was
like, it's on my list, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I want to watch, but yeah.
Early on, for me, with him, my favorite was always Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and I mean, I really just those 2. The other ones weren't terrible, but I didn't necessarily think. Sorry, Signs. I like Signs. I know a lot of people.
Signs was awful.
Signs is great. I love Signs.
I hate Signs. I want to kill myself.
But when he completed the trilogy,
that's right,
for with Unbreakable and all that, I was like, oh, okay, this is a good, like, body of work, all of them together. But yeah, I know Ro's not the only person that feels like that about Signs, but I like it. I don't know.
I thought Signs was great because I don't know. I thought there was a message
what level
too,
of Joaquin Phoenix you're in, because Joaquin Phoenix makes or break. No. Hear me out. If you've seen Gladiator, you hate Joaquin Phoenix, right? So if you've not seen Gladiator, you love Joaquin Phoenix. So
that's funny that you say that, because there's a I think a BuzzFeed article, and they talk about actors who played villains so well that you hate them in real life. And him and Gladiator was one of those. So
oh my God,
and you're
the worst.
The little prick kid from King from Game of Thrones.
Yes,
he's on that list too.
Yeah,
Joffrey's
son.
God.
Joffrey's on.
Oh my God.
He should go down one of the best actors of all time.
Dude, and he's such a nice
kid. He can't do
too.
anything else. I know he can't do anything else.
You know who else that is a really, really nice, from what I've seen anyways, a really nice person, but they're not necessarily considered an asshole, but Danny McBride is nothing like his characters that he plays. Like, he's not that arrogant, like asshole douche. Like,
what's the movie like he's one of the nicest guys. In the wheelchair? What's the one where he's in the wheelchair and he's like, "You want me to come behind?" With Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis. Due Date. It's called Due Date.
Yeah.
And when they go. And he's like, "You want me to come back there and beat your ass?" And then the door opens and he comes out in a wheelchair. And they're like, "Oh,
have you watched this series on
HBO? Eastbound and Down, or the newer one where he's
the newer one. He's the evangelist.
I started it. I saw like the first 2 episodes. I liked it. I didn't finish it.
I finished the whole series. I'm waiting for the. I don't know if they got picked up or not, but he's hysterical. It's everything you want.
Everything he's in, I like.
He had that other one where he was like a principal or something, or a teacher.
Yeah.
Like Showtime maybe.
Yeah,
I don't like when he has restrictions.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say. Here's another one, unpopular opinion. Land of the Lost is a great movie. Him and Will Ferrell. There's some funny scenes in there.
I gotta go.
There's some hilarious scenes in there.
Thanks everybody for
when he's pouring the dinosaur urine out of him. Come on.
No. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
All right, you like Weekend at Bernie's. You're on a weekend. But yeah, we do gotta go. I think my phone's gonna die. But to be continued. Let's do another one. Let's do another one where we talk about movies.
You're really saying that
Land of the Lost. Check it out.
It's better than Weekend at Bernie's. Are we ready to go for that?
Yes. I double down on that.
And again, it's not the original Land of the Lost. It's not the original Land of the Lost.
Yes.
It is the one Will Ferrell. With the one Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Not the original Land of the Lost.
Yes.
Again, that's not the original Land of the Lost. That's what I'm saying. It's not the original Land of the Lost. You're saying the Will Ferrell one is better than Weekend at Bernie's. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
So I want to make sure we clarify everything. So I will have all my documents and papers ready for you.
Feel free to drop in the comments. I want let's get the fans out there, the listeners. Obviously, they're not.
You have no fans. You're gonna have no fans after that. You're gonna have negative fans because we're like, what the fuck?
We're gonna get more. We'll get more negative comments about Weekend at Bernie's first. So that's it. That's your homework, listeners.
Okay.
Yeah. And Ev, you have to watch The Secretary.
I will watch.
Yes, you have to watch Secretary. Yes.
Yeah.
I hate
Joe. Happy anniversary, brother. Love you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro, and happy birthday. Is it your birthday over there yet?
No, not yet. We got 35 minutes.
So. All right, man. Well, happy birthday.
I'm going to have so much fun in my hands. Anyway, sorry, in my pants. What?
Literally.
Woken Up.